Guys, let's make focaccia bread, and this was amazing and easy. You're never gonna buy bread. I don't buy bread from the store. I make my own bread at home. And this recipe is so super easy. There's no measurement or a scale that you need. I'm gonna walk through it, and honey, you're gonna enjoy it. All you need is your Mother's Day cup. You know that cup you gave your mother on your Mother's Day? I don't know if you didn't give her, honey. If you didn't, you have to go and buy it. But other than that, you can also use a glass. If you measure with a cup, you're also going to measure with the same cup when you're measuring the liquid. So in this recipe, I took a Mother's Day cup and only 2 cups of flour. If you're using a glass, 2 glasses of flour, depending the amount or how big you want your bread to come out. And then, of course, a pinch of salt, which is like a half a teaspoon. And then, when you add sugar on your flour, it always makes the dough, the yeast, it gets activated faster. So I added 1 teaspoon of yeast, and then I think it was like a spoon of sugar. Don't mind the container of my sugar, honey. I'm still an African and always will be. And sometimes we do not pack our things. Now, in this part, I added melted butter, like 4 spoons, but you can also just add oil. Doesn't matter. Your cooking oil, the normal oil, you add it. And then with the same Mother's Day cup, you put water. Just a cup and a half. So at first, I did add a cup, and then I stirred it up together so that it would be easier for the flour to get with the water together. I don't know if they can be lovers or in a relationship, a strong relationship, not like your relationship that is crumbling. I'm joking. And then I added 1 cup of water and half cup of water. But with this bread, it's not like you are making jeqe or a steamed bread. The dough have to be wet. You don't need to use your hands. You can use a spoon to put it together because you don't need much of the muscle or much of the effort. You just only need to concentrate on making the flour to come together with the water. Be lovers forever. Yeah, I did watch on the side because I was watching Netflix while I was making this recipe. And honey, I enjoyed it. Now, there's 2 ways of making this bread. It's either when you are done with your flour, you put it in the fridge overnight and then take it out in the morning. Just leave it to sit at least another hour out, and then you can put it in the oven. However, I did the method of just doing it in one day, not put it in the fridge. So I covered it up. You can use a cloth. This was my clean new cloth that I just made it wet. Yeah, it just make a huge difference when it's wet. Or you can put a cling wrap, the white plastic, just wrap it with it and then leave it on the side. So I left mine, I think about 2 hours outside. You can also leave it in an hour. Just watch it. When you see that the flour have risen up, I rise up. I rise up the sky, I rise up. I like singing for you guys, and my voice is something else. Now, you can use butter or you can use oil in whatever baking dish you want to use. You can use a flat one, you can use a glass one. I myself used this one because it's shaped like bread and I wanted mine to come out like bread. So it doesn't matter what you want to use the container. It will still come out, honey, and it will still taste so good. It will still look amazing. But in this one, I just wanted to use this baking dish. In the past, I did use the one that is overnight, just put the flour overnight and take it out. That's what the method that we were taught in university. But I also have tried this one, and actually, I don't want to wait overnight. But if you watch this video and then you feel like you want to do it in the evening and leave it in the fridge, honey, that's up to you and it would work. Now, after greasing the pan, which you have to grease your baking dish so that the bread will come out easily. Just grease your hands as well so it doesn't get too sticky when you are working with the flour, which I just enjoy the texture, The texture feels amazing. 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 Mangoba is next to me. So I was asking if he wants to... he's eating his stick sweet. So let me leave you and continue. Now, slip it in. And I want to say this to you. You guys, you get so lazy and be like, oh, I think it's too much job. Did she say again another hour outside? But trust me, it's healthier than the bread you buy at the store, and it's more funnier. If you have kids, you can do this with your kids or ask your kids to come and help. or even tell your kids how to do it if you don't want to touch it. So guys, don't I feel like bread is expensive compared to just buying flour and using your flour. So after I have laid it in my baking dish, I did leave it on the side again for like an hour. Now it's ready. You can just drizzle the oil, which I saw this big nipple, which I wish that there were so many bubbles on it, but there was just this bubble on it, which is like a nipple, and I kind of liked it. Now you can just drizzle the oil and put your fingers in it and put it in the oven, but I decorated mine. So with this decoration, you can just cook your tomatoes, cook it very well, put some spices in it when it's done, and then you can put it on top. But this one that I used on mine, it was just a tomato that was in a jar. I bought it from the store. I didn't cook the tomatoes on the side, but this is just, this is just making the things that need to be done in a tiki way, just putting it on top. Some people even put cheese on top of it, the white cheese, you can do a lot of decor on top of it. I think you can even put your soup, pepper soup or goosey soup, beef soup, whatever soup, I don't know, because I like the texture of it. I just started playing with it, honey, like touching it and poking those nipples. You know me, how I am. Honey, you know how I am. And the nipples kept on coming up, like popping. Pop, pop, pop. I'm not sure what's the story behind all this. Anyway, also with this deco, guys, it's up to you. I had my rosemary, which was getting tired and looking a little bit old. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just put it on. And you can even put your parsley if you like. It doesn't matter, actually. It's just, it does give that oomph when it's in the oven. It does give that situation shape, that is very good when you have this decor. And you put this before you put it in the oven. So it goes together in the oven. And trust me, it's not going to look like bent. I did like how it looked. I did. And you also going to have fun and enjoy it. Look at this, honey. Look at this. I just feel like telling like anyway, so now I was happy with the deco and everything. Oh, and I did drizzle it with a little bit of honey. If you have honey, you can just drizzle it with honey as well. But it doesn't matter. If you don't have honey, you don't have. And guys, please don't forget that I sell aprons. We got aprons which you can have the oven glove, the apron, and the hat, and it's 290 rand. However, if you want to buy just the apron, it's only 160 rand. We have red, we have black, and we have mustard, which I'm wearing mustard, but I was using black oven gloves. But it comes in one color, depending what you want. 290 rand, and I'll be happy if you guys do support. And now, you can just put oil on top of your bread while it's hot. Very important. While it's hot, just put your butter, like I'm putting butter, and you can see the butter is melting because it's just came out. And look at the herbs that we used. The rosemary is not charcoal or black. It's still, have that greenish color. You can still see a little bit of the reddish of the tomato that we did put on top of it. You can even put chili. Like, you can do anything that you want to do with this. Now, if you want to order our apron, 082 681 1573 082 681 1573. So now it's just doing the decor, just putting it on top. But if you are in your house, you're not going to take any pictures. You don't even need to put any. You can serve this like this and then just put it out when it's on the table. It's up to you. So there we are. It was so soft, guys. It was so amazing. Like, I just couldn't wait to cut it and have it. And I don't know when you're going to be watching this video, but on the 6th of April 2024, I'm coming to Botswana, and the aprons will be there. My tea that I sell will be there. Everything, honey, will be available in Botswana. Depending when you're going to be watching this though. But if you, this I made towards Easter's. So yeah, this is a very good bread for your family during Easter's. You don't need to go to the store. Look at this. It's still hot. It's still amazing grace. You can put anything you want to put inside. Mine, I just added some butter And then I thought, maybe I'm going to put a little bit of cheese. I already tested it and it was so amazing. So anything that you want to add on it, you can just add. Now I take my cheese. Just put my cheese for your kids. You can even make sandwiches with this and it looks fabulous. Kind of like look like a cake-ish, kind of. The most softiest and amazing bread. Don't forget to share this video. Don't press like because I'm for an appreciation. Liking the video is free of charge and you can just appreciate this recipe by pressing. I'm also gonna write the recipe for you. Thank you guys for watching and I wish you an amazing taste and fun making this bread.